The ping-pong ball confirms the slope. Gravity pulls down. But here, I introduced a variable ignored by both Sir Isaac Newton and Albert Einstein. Heat is a vectorial force of attraction. I froze an iceberg at the bottom. The water starts flowing downward. So far, so good. Nothing extraordinary yet. Nevertheless, as the pan increases its temperature, the melted water suddenly starts to ignore gravity and climbs the stainless steel ramp toward the fire. If this makes you angry because your PhD is on a fictional curved space-time, maybe you should leave real science behind and go back to watching Star Trek. Do not mistakenly try to use the Marangoni effect as an excuse. Marangoni flows from hot to cold, that would be downward here. The water is going up against Marangoni effect. Heat is attracting it. A massless force overpowering Earth's gravity. Space isn't curved. The thermal field is attractive. Thermodynamics says heat disperses. Reality begs to differ. Here it organizes. Boiling at the top, ice at the bottom. The opposite of entropy. The second law is falsified. Look at the droplets orbiting the hotspot. This isn't chaos. It's a stable orbit. Planets don't follow curved space. They are caught between thermal attraction, pulling in, and magnetic alignment, pushing back. That's why orbits are elliptical. Einstein led physics to a dead end. When his math fails, they invent dark matter, invisible fairy dust, to save the theory. I'm just a medical doctor with a freezer and a stove, with the guts to do what physicists are too afraid to do. Look at reality, question dogmas, reject consensus, to break paradigms. Science was not supposed to be another religious cult. Space is not curved. The thermal field is active, and it is attractive. Failing to account for heat's influence on gravity and cosmological orbits has already falsified Einstein's nonsense. Everybody knows that genius is about simplicity. Modern physics can be difficult to understand. If you can't grasp relativity due to its complexity, it's not your fault. However, classical physics should be complete by now. The fact that heat does not disperse but is actually an attractive force should have been common knowledge centuries ago. If your PhD is on the second law of thermodynamics and you've spent your whole life studying it from books filled with letters and numbers, instead of observing and analyzing the behavior of heat in the real world, then you can't blame me. Misinterpreting kitchen thermodynamics to the point of teaching mainstream thermodynamics upside down, that's all on you. The thermal gradient is not dispersing energy. It is organizing matter. It keeps the system segregated. High energy at the top, low energy at the bottom, connected by a stream of water defying gravity. The second law says heat flows from hot to cold. Entropy always increases. Here you see the opposite. Heat overpowering both gravity and Marangoni. Next, the Leidenfrost effect. Dismissed as culinary curiosity, but it displays exactly how planets orbit stars. Why doesn't Earth's atmosphere drift into space? Mass-based gravity can't explain it. Mars has roughly 40% of Earth's gravity, but virtually no atmosphere, and its core is cold. Earth retains its atmosphere with a hot core. Venus has roughly 90% of Earth's gravity, but nearly 100 times its atmosphere, and its core is hot. Core temperature correlates perfectly with atmospheric retention. This is empirical proof gravity has a thermal component. Popper said theory is scientific only if it can be falsified by observation. The logic, a million white swans don't prove all swans are white. One black swan destroys it. Relativity and thermodynamics say this water must flow down. It flows up. The theories are dead. Accept the post-Einsteinian era, or invent new dark matter fantasies. If you can't handle reality, keep watching Star Wars.